I hate to even admit this, I probably had at least 10 doctors before I just got a wonderful man who said, I'm pretty sure it's thoracic outlet, but he even said to me, not many people understand thoracic outlet, but that's what you've got.
I tried to come up with a number and I honestly couldn't, because I did get this when I was 9, and my dad, knowing so many doctors and different types of physicians and people, I probably saw close to like 60 different specialists or doctors. And
it was really frustrating to not have answers for so long. I saw probably more than 8 different healthcare professionals before I started considering neurogenic thoracic outlet syndrome as a diagnosis. And, really that was initiated from myself rather than any of my doctors.
So I started developing TOS in 2017, and I've seen a assortment of doctors, like a lot of specialties, like a hand surgeon, neurologist, a rheumatologist, several family doctors, like 5, maybe 6, maybe family doctors, seeing many physical therapists. And then like around 2020, I finally saw a doctor who recognized that I had TOS. But after his treatment and care with COVID and just issues with seeing the therapist, I wanted to get more specialty treatment with the issue. So I contacted Dr. Warden at the time to get me pointed towards Newkirk. So at that time, I saw like 14, 15 doctors for Newkirk.
I did have a TOS diagnosis, but I also had a non-TOS diagnosis, depending on who you ask. I had seen multiple doctors, both locally, and then I previously to meeting or hearing about Dr. Warden, and even had traveled out of state to St. Louis, Baltimore, various places.
I was 9 years old when it first started, and I'm turning 21 in 3 weeks, so it's been 12 years. Yesterday was the date. I wrote it down. I remember it for some reason.
Prior to encountering Dr. Warden, I was unsure what I had. I had, you can see by the shirt, pointing the wrong spot. Used to be a tennis player, athlete, and years had gone by with symptoms that rendered me unable to play sports, go to the gym, any of that, anything along those lines, and just was looking for a diagnosis.
With the right treatments from some of the specialists that Dr. Warden had connected me with, I can happily say that I'm 65 to 70% improved, and I'm able to work.
After seeing Dr. Warden, it became pretty clear. He gave me really a diagnosis, like a confirmed diagnosis for the first time, and after having symptoms for about 5 years. And for me, that was just a relief.
So I first came across Dr. Warden and his work just on the internet. Like a lot of people who have a medical condition that isn't really well explained or well diagnosed by healthcare professionals.
I wish that the doctors would be more open-minded and understand thoracic outlet and look at it from a broader picture, and look at it from the whole integrated aspect and the complexity, and educate themselves and listen.
After coming in contact with Dr. Warden, just hearing how he talks in his videos and how he talks with other patients, it just really inspired me as a patient that there's a doctor out here who really cares about people like us who suffer from such a debilitating and such a hard to treat disease. It just makes me feel better knowing there's a doctor out there like Dr. Warden.
Well, if I could change one thing about my journey, it would be to have seen Dr. Warden a lot earlier.